Welcome to Inside EMS, your gateway to the extraordinary mission of EMS, where stories of faith and action come to life. From bustling cities to the most remote villages, join us as we journey alongside our dedicated missionaries, witnessing the transformative power of their work. Allow us bring you face to face with the victories and challenges of our mission field. Step into a world where hope meets action and faith changes lives. This is Inside EMS. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us on Inside EMS, your one and only window through the heart of missions and evangelism. My name is Second Samchi Kesher, and I am thrilled to welcome you and have you join us on today's episode. Imagine a life of purpose where every step is guided by a calling to making the world a better place. On today's episode, we have a missionary couple who will be taking us through their journey. But before we do that, let's go on a quick commercial break, and when we return, the program continues. Please stay tuned.
Hello, I bring you season's compliments from all of us at EMS. It's such a great time, such a great opportunity for me to come again to you through this medium. It's been an amazing year. Culminating from last year, the dynamics of EMS have transformed and has improved so tremendously in every facet you can ever think of, whether it is church planting, whether it is missionary recruitment. We've added, I think, over 100 missionaries in just the last 6 months or so. And then our mission fields have grown and many other things are just happening. We are doing incredibly doing well because you stood by us. And so as we try to close this year, I want to sincerely thank you for all your prayers, and we've been prayed for more than anyone that I know. And so we thank you sincerely. Here again, we still mourn the loss of some of our missionaries who were killed and kidnapped, and those who died of natural causes. It's such a sad event, but such is life, and we thank you. Thank you for being with us all through this while. We pray that God's protection will be with all of you, and we pray that everything will work out well, and things for you will fall in pleasant places. Thank you sincerely for sticking with us. And I think that I should give you a report of what we are doing, especially financially, because your contributions have meant so much for us. This year has been a very good year in spite of the challenges, and I don't need to reiterate the challenges we have in this country. We all know them. The increase in fuel, the inflation in every respect. And I want you to know that in spite of this, our funding has improved tremendously. We have over 2,000 missionaries now, and so you know that is huge if we have to pay all of them. And we have a large deficit of income. We've launched so many initiatives. Those of you who are on my dinner platform, breakfast platform, you've done amazing things, and we are so grateful. You've stood for us. You've used what I always say, social capital. You've mobilized and galvanized people to be part of our funding, and it has been so tremendous. The direct remittance of monies from the offerings of the 2 mission weeks has improved our income. Some churches are still not remitting. Some are still doing second offering, which is wrong. If your church is out there and you're not remitting everything, it means that you're not being faithful to what we represent. So every offering that day, whether it is tithes, whether it is offering, whatever it is direct to EMS. I've seen churches who do second collection. That is absolutely wrong. I've said this before, and I'm saying it again. We can end financial crisis in EMS and usher in a robust mission opportunity that we have never seen. It does appear that all our dreams about EMS is about to come true. I want to sincerely thank you for your support all through these years, and especially in the last 1 year and 2 years and 3 years. But this is what is important for me. Can you join me in this campaign? A Christmas with a missionary. Okay, the reason why I'm launching a Christmas with a missionary is so that you can think about how you spend your Christmas. Just say, okay, This year I'm going to just fund one person. Maybe you think of buying a chicken for the missionary, send that money for that chicken. Just determine this year. Last year my daughter did something. She sent money for one missionary and she sent 10,000 naira. And so I'm expecting students and applicants and people, everybody to just donate to this cause. I'm boarding every day when I see missionaries have to go through intense pain. Last month or so, I went to an expedition with my colleagues and we saw a lot of things in the mission field. We saw how they are struggling. I raised some money personally to give some of them, but even just giving a missionary 5,000 naira is a lot because some of them are really struggling, no food. And you know what? Some of them can't farm anymore very well. Do you know why? Because a bag of fertilizer is more than their salary. So how can they survive? And some of them are also facing areas where there are insurgencies, and those things are very tough for them to live. And that is why I'm launching this campaign. We will not be able to increase their salary until we deal with this. It's been wonderful trusting us and especially trusting me with your resources. And I tell you, we are doing incredibly well. May God bless you. Here is again to wish you a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year ahead. God bless.
Welcome back and glad to have you back from that break. This is Inside EMS, your one and only window through the heart of missions and evangelism. Now we have a couple, though Nigerians, have dedicated their lives to spreading the love of God across the border. And let's get to meet them, and they will be sharing their experience with us and how they found themselves in that part of the world. Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, so we're glad to have you join us on Inside EMS. Can you please introduce yourselves to us and tell us where you're coming from?
Okay. I'm Reverend Femi Olowu, and yes, my wife, she is Mary Olowu also. We are the resident pastor in Tamale, northern region of Ghana, Ekwa.
So, how did you find yourselves in Ghana?
Yes, I remember 2021, just immediately after the corona lockdown, we were transferred to Ghana to take over from the country coordinator, who happened to be Reverend Todman John. So that is how we left. We went there around June, both me and my entire family.
So, how has the experience been in Ghana?
Yes, to the glory of God, we thank God. It has been wonderful, but not easy. Like the Hebrew we say in Hebrew 12, chapter 2, it says, for the joy that was set, Christ endured the cross. So we really enjoy it and we give him the glory.
All right, so let's hear from you, ma'am. How has the experience been in Ghana?
We thank God. The Lord has been faithful. Everything is the Lord's guidance. So we trust the Lord since we get to Ghana, and we have seen God directing our path. He has been the way leading us in all that we are doing. So we appreciate God for that.
Okay, is that your first cross-border country? Leaving Nigeria, and you used to Nigeria, the lifestyle and everything. Ghana, though it's an African country and we're all Africans, I know that they have their cultural difference and all that. How have you been able to adapt to?
Yes, by His grace, trusting God, the Lord has been helping us to learn small from their culture, and we see God helping us to cope.
Okay, so let's talk now about your mission work in Ghana. How is the church doing?
Okay. By the grace of God, the church is growing and we are marching on in the sense that When we got there, there was issue at stake, the issue of land, which is still at stake currently. But again, the Lord focused us to the northern part. And in the northern part, we have dominated Muslims. We have the dominant there are Muslims. And the Lord humbled us to start even with the children, because through the children, we're able to gain access. And so we are using the discipleship approach to see that if we can get one soul, disciple that one soul can get to reach the others. That is the approaches we are using, and we're getting a positive result.
Okay, so the cooperation from the uh, people you met there, I know that they will be saying, okay, why not a Ghanaian pastor? Why a Nigerian pastor leading them? How has the journey been?
Yeah, the journey has been so positive. You know, the work of God is based on calling. God can call you from your own people and send you to the entire world. So our going to Ghana is on God's call, and we are seeing Him doing tremendous things. There's a corporation, a huge corporation. God is penetrating, God is leading, and we are following. And so there is no, though there are small itches there, but again, we see God taking control. Because of course, darkness will always want to fight the light.
So, can you share some of your most challenging moments with us so far?
Yes, we have economic challenges. Of course, you know the exchange rates, and you know that Naira has been devalued. And so we getting our sponsorship from Nigeria, you know, it make it very difficult financially over there, because sometimes when the money is, it look big in Nigeria, but again, when you exchange it, it's like you are changing Naira to dollar. So it become very, except if you are generating your income here in Ghana, then you may not really get it. So the difference is there. So we have economic challenges, and we also have the tribal, cultural, food challenges. But again, like I said, God is helping us to cope with that. And so these are major challenges. And again, one of the challenges is the spiritual challenges. You know, we are from the evangelical, and most of the churches there are one-man churches. We are corporate churches. Like in Ekwa, we have 3 founders over many years. But again, in these places we go to, there's that kind of individualistic ministry, and the competition is there. And so when they see you, they see us with that eyes, that maybe we are coming to start our own thing. Because these founders, they control the resources of the church, they control everything, and like they make name for themselves. So this we are actually battling with. In every community we go, that's, you know, you see a fellow clergy is fighting you, and they don't want to really, like, they want to dominate. And then again, you see the issue of false doctrine, false prophets, and etc. People that are preaching heresy. We have people that have not even gone to any school somewhere, any theological school, but they will just rise and say God appear to them and ask them to go. And then they start going extra. They preach heresy. So these are the major challenges we are having currently in the field.
Okay, so ma'am, let me ask you, the backbone of every congregation or even every home is usually the woman. How would you say that your role as the pastor's wife, presiding over the church in the Ghana, bringing the women together, how has it been?
Yes, it's, it's with the cooperation of the pastor, the reverend, because the work is not only one person's. We are all sent there to do the work together. So everything we do is by his own agreement and advising us and putting us together. So bringing women together is not only me that address the women, he is also there. There is one or two things he will tell the women that will also help them. And by so doing, they understand that the work is not only one person. We are all working together. Yes.
Okay, so the women, have they been cooperative?
Yes, they are cooperating because they can leave their houses and come and listen to the word of God, listen to the encouragement given to them. Many a times we organize widows meetings, and a lot of them are Muslim. They are not even Christians. Yes, as we said right from the beginning, the environment they are dominated by Muslims. So they will come, they will leave their houses and come. So we speak, we tell them, we sing together with them. They will sing because it's in their tribe. So they like that. When you can speak their tribe, so we sing in their tribe. We also then give them a short exhortation, encouraging them from the Bible. Then we can give them what we have, because many a times we have to prepare something we can give them. I remember last time that we had a meeting with them, we also give them some hens so that it will help them as they rear them and the hen begin to hatch. Then it will help them since they are widows. And many of them, their children are not reliable to take care of them. So that is how it has been. So that is what is happening.
Okay, how would you say was the journey from the time you took over as the pastor of the church to this moment?
Yes, to the glory of God, when we got to Ghana, we discovered a major challenge. So we started asking and trusting God to help us from there. We prioritized those problems. And one of those problems was a shelter. When I took over, we took over from the then pastor under the tree. We're meeting under the tree, from under the tree to somebody corridor. From somebody corridor, the man was a Muslim. He drove us out eventually to another place. We were meeting under the tree on the roadside. So when they are passing, they'll be greeting good morning in their local language, Desba. And then the distraction is there. And then some motorbikes are passing. And so the service will not be organized. And so again, to another one of our members' house. And so when there's rain, the rain will split and then we will not have service. So several times we don't even meet at all. So and in Ghana, like I said, there's this one-man churches. So these one-man people, they do business. They will go to bank, obtain loan, and build a church and furnish it. That is the lifestyle in Ghana. They will furnish it and put everything and ask members to come. So, and that is the reason why you see in Ghana, they have this understanding that churches are for pastors. And that is the truth, especially those one-man churches, because once the man is not there again, the wife can inherit, the children can inherit the ministry. So we trusted the Lord to start something. And we started by bringing a tipper of sand. We started trusting God. Of course, you know that we have a lot of challenges in the EMS. And then we start molding blocks. My predecessor left some numbers of blocks that we started with. And then we laid those blocks. We were involved because now to pay for labor was very difficult. And I remember my wife here, she is a Mercy, a very powerful one. She can mix concrete very well. And she can push wheelbarrow very well. In fact, she knows how to mix the concrete more than I do. So we were directly involved. In fact, the plot, we cleared it, we bought some cutlasses, and we cleared the feet together. And so we're in the forefront to reduce the cost of labor. And God so helped us that today, to the glory of God, the church is roofed. And why did we focus on putting a structure? It's because many adults will not come. I remember from my predecessor, there was a congregation of about 20-something or 30. The congregation got scattered. When another ministry came, close by and put a structure. So those people just went and said, we are not serious. And it has been like that. It has been like that. It has been like that. So God so helped us to put a structure, and from there, the numbers have tremendously increased. And the children are numbering over 70 now, and then the adults are getting close to 20. And so we are actually progressively, we are progressing. And aside that, again, you see, discipleship is something that has been missing in the field from our research. So what we are doing now is to see that we raise the indigenous people who will be able to reach themselves by themselves, because they have cultural advantage, they have economic advantage, and they also have the language advantage. So they have that acceptability compared to somebody coming from another place. And of course, you know, it's cheaper to have an indigenous pastor compared to sending somebody from another country. It can be very huge in expenditure. So that is what God is doing, and honestly, it has been wonderful. And from there, the issue of accommodation has also been a very great challenge. We know sometimes we'll be trusting God for accommodation to be our accommodation fee to be paid, and it will delay because the resources is not there. I remember once upon a time, our admin put down his head and he said, "Munai kamamba mai." It means that they are doing as if, you know, the thing is not visible.
Yes.
Because every year they are increasing accommodation fee, and every year things are getting very costly. So we embarked on that faith project. I remember we went and looked for this mud block, the brick block,
Yes.
the one they locally made.
Yes.
And so we gathered them, and then I said we would dig the foundation and we will put grass on top. That is thatch house. So, but again, as we started that faith project, the Lord came in, and today, by the grace of God, we have 2-bedroom flats that we can stay in any moment from now, once we have the furniture in.
Amazing, isn't it? Well, it has been an amazing time talking to Reverend and Mrs. Olewu, our EMS missionary couple, though Nigerians residing in Ghana. They are the coordinators of Ghana, and it has been an amazing time talking to them. Do ensure that you join us on our next episode. My name is Second Samchi saying, continue to spread the love. Bye for now.